Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today it's this amazing patterned cookies which have become the best selling item on my baking pantry. So if you want to learn how to make them, then just keep watching. To make these cookies, it's gonna be absolute fun. So go ahead and get your little ones to help along. So starting with the butter, we will take room temperature butter along with icing sugar, or home ground sugar is just fine, but make sure to sieve it through. Now this recipe does not need any whisking of the butter and sugar. Just a spatula works just fine. Starting slow and gradually bringing it together into a smooth consistency is just fine. Now that's perfect. Next, we will take some oil in a bowl, to which we will add in the water and baking powder. What we're doing is creating an egg replacement for our cookies. Whisk it well and add it to the sugar and butter mixture. I find this substitute to be better than the actual egg. Reason being, A, it gives an extra crisp texture to the cookies, and B, it increases the shelf life, which can be stored in an airtight container over the counter for a month. Now we shall go ahead and add the dry ingredient, which is the all-purpose flour. We will do this by adding it in batches to help incorporate all the dry completely into the wet ingredients. Remember, baking is all about balance. Too much mixing can make the cookies tough. So we are being gentle here, giving us that perfect soft texture when baked. Let's talk a bit about what makes this cookie recipe so special. Great thing about homemade cookies, you can always tweak the recipe, whether you want to add extra chocolate chips, or a pinch of cinnamon, or even some crushed nuts. It's all about making your own. So go ahead and write to me in the comments below what you might have tried with this recipe. Finally, bringing it together with our hand by gently kneading it to make one smooth ball of dough. This is the texture we are looking for. Now keeping this bowl aside and taking another clean bowl, we will take 1/3 of a portion of the dough. Now adding a tablespoon of cornstarch into the large portion and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder into the other. Mix it well and at this point we can add the vanilla extract and mix it enough to combine it well. In the other bowl we will add the coffee essence. You can add coffee powder if you like and mix it in just as well. Make sure to knead the dough enough to get an even coloring of the chocolate. Now take the vanilla dough onto the workstation and make it into a log. It does not have to be perfect, but just enough to help us divide it into equal portions. Now using my favorite tool, the pen scraper, we are going to divide it into 8 portions, and it does not have to be equal. Now taking one portion at a time, we will roll it into a thin log. And then repeat the same for the rest. Now taking our chocolate dough, we will repeat the same for this as well. Except that we will divide it into a portion of less than the white dough. So if the white is 8, we will keep the chocolate to be 7 portions. And then, just like how we did for the white dough, we will roll it into a thin log and repeat the same for the rest of the portions. Now, taking the white log and alternating with the chocolate, we will layer it one over the other, gently pressing it down to hold it together like I've shown here. Notice that I'm not trying to be perfect in keeping the length or the width to be the same. The idea is to get a pattern that makes each cookie look different from the other. Finally, once you've got them all layered up, we will press it down gently to form it into one big rectangular log. As you go along, make sure to close any gaps there may be. And finally, we will take it into the cling wrap. And place it into the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. This is to allow the dough to rest before we slice into it. Once it is firm enough, we will bring it onto the workstation and unwrap to slice into it. You can always place a portion of it wrapped into the freezer and use it for another day. Now, slicing into it, we get to see such an amazing pattern created, which is quite breathtaking and satisfying too. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And if there is a pattern you think we could do differently, surely I'd love to hear from you. So do write to me in the comments below. Now, placing the cookies onto the baking tray, lined with the parchment paper, and taking them in 2 batches, we will bake them in a preheated oven at 170 degrees for about 14 to 16 minutes. These are perfectly baked. You'll know when they are ever so light golden on the sides, which ensures a perfect crisp cookie. Time to have them with your friends over tea or coffee as you may. These look so attractive. Surely you wouldn't want to miss to try one. So do give this recipe a try and let me know how it turns out. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.